Alright, so welcome to Pbteck, and in this video I want to show how you can actually scan for satellite FTA channels and the digital or the terrestrial FTA channels on your SuperBox decoder. So with a SuperBox decoder, it comes with two different options that you can actually get the channels or the signal from. So if you have both a satellite and an antenna, you have to install and then scan to actually get both channels from each platform. So all you got to do is to connect the cables from the satellite dish and then the antenna to their respective ports at the back of your SuperBox decoder. So at the back of the decoder, you have the LNB ports, that's for the satellite dish or the cable from the satellite dish or the LNB, and you have the ANT port, which is the antenna port for the cable from your antenna pole onto it. That's where you're going to use it to get your digital channel. So after connecting the cables very well, the next thing is to pick up your remote and you press on the menu button on your remote. So from the menu here, use the arrow keys just to navigate through the menu, and you put it on installation and you press OK on the installation. And here you need to confirm with the default code or the default password on your decoder. If no one have ever changed, it's supposed to be 40. So you type in 40, that's 00048 to open up. And the installation type, I just did a terrestrial scanning on it. So whenever you open up for the first time or you open up, there's gonna be the satellite option, which is the S2. And the S2 option, that's where you're gonna use to scan or install your satellite FTA channels. So we're gonna start with the digital channels or the antenna or the terrestrial channels. So all you got to do is to press OK on the installation type, and then you select the T2, that's the terrestrial second generation, and then you place it on it. So with the antenna or the digital channel settings or setup, all you got to do, if you already have any stable signal and you have some channels working on it, you don't have any problem, maybe you want a newer channels on your channel list, all you got to do is to perform an auto search and you are good to go. So if you don't have any channel at all, it's a first time installation and you are trying to get the channels, all you got to do is to come to the manual search. If you know a particular frequency whereby you can edit or add just to turn the antenna around to get a stable signal from it, you come to the frequency and then you edit, you add that particular frequency just to monitor whenever you are turning the antenna around to get a stable signal, and then you proceed to scan. So since you don't have any idea about any certain frequency which is gonna get you a stable signal from or the channels from your location, what you have to do is to perform an auto search. So with the auto search, you need to select a country folder. So you have some country folders listed over here, and each country folder have a pre-installed frequencies which whenever you run an auto search having a stable signal at your location, you're probably gonna get enough of the channels available on those frequencies. So you can select either France or UK, that's the preferred option that I want to choose for you, but you can select any other country depending on the frequency that they have installed in it. So you can go ahead with the UK, you select the UK and you come to the auto search, and with the auto search the number of channels that you're going to get will depend on the signal quality. So you press OK on the auto search and then you proceed, press OK to proceed. So here you have to wait for it to complete scanning for you to get access from the channel that you are having a stable signal from the antenna. So the number of the channels is gonna determined by the quality signal that you are getting from the antenna. And if you don't get enough of the channels, or the channels that you got are not stable, you're having no signal problem, or the channels, the pictures are unstable, all you got to do is to turn the antenna around or position it at another direction, and then you perform the auto search once again till you get enough of the channels that is available, or you get a stable channels on your SuperBox decoder. So you have to wait for it to complete scanning, and then you move on with the satellite settings or the satellite FTA channels installation. So if you have watched this video up to this far and you are new to the channel, all you have to do is subscribe. You hit the bell icon, share this video on other platform, and you keep coming back for more. You lose absolutely nothing by subscribing. So you wait for it to complete for you to get access to your particular channels. I'm gonna pause the scan since you wanna perform this. So after you are done, you go back or you press save to save it, and then after saving you go back to the menu. So you come back to the menu by coming to the installation type and then press OK on the installation type. Alright, so you go to the menu once again, default password. Now you press on the installation type, you change it to the S2. So with the S2, that's where you're gonna use it to set or scan for your satellite FTA channel. So whether you are having an Eurotest at 16A, which is the My TV FTA channels, or Astra 2A2B, which is the multi TV FTA channels, you come to the options over here. You have antenna settings, satellite list. That's where you need to select your satellite, whereby you're going to use it to scan, and you can create your own satellite as well. So you go back to the antenna settings page, and then you select the satellite folder which you're going to use it to scan to get those FTA channels that you're having. So the channels that you're gonna scan supposed to be a channel that you're having, or those channel that you're having a signal from the satellite. So you cannot just proceed by adding any frequency without having a stable signal from the satellite. So all you have to do is to make sure that even if this is your first time installation, you can, and you want some FTA channels, you can just add the TP that I'm gonna add over here, and then you move to the satellite just to turn it around to get a stable signal from the satellite, and then you come back to perform the search. So I'll be scanning for multi TV FTA channel, which is Astra 2A2B on the 28 degrees east, or Astra 2G or 2F on the 28 degrees east. So you need to select a satellite folder which you're gonna use it to scan. So let's select the Arabsat on the 30 degrees on the east. So we have the LNB type KU band, the LNB frequency, which is a universal figure. These figures over here, the 4 options are universal figures. So if it's not these 4 different figures, you change it to one of them, and then you come to the transponder. That's where you need to add the transponder which you are having a stable signal from the satellite. So with the transponder, you search through the list. You have the unique transponder that you're going to use, or primary transponder. With the Astra 2A2B or the multi TV channels, you have 12525 vertical 30K. So most of the TPs or most of the satellite, even if you have their satellite on your receiver, most often you will not find their primary TP in it, so you have to add. So with the adding on this page, you will not get any access or the menu to add. So you need to go back by pressing on the exit button, and then you go back to the installation page. You come to the transponder list, you press OK on it to select the transponder list, and from this page, that's where you can add the transponder or the symbol rate and frequency. So for you to add, you have to select the right satellites which you are using to scan your channel. So on this page, the express AT1 cell light, which is the 56 degrees, has been selected on it. So I have to change it to the satellite. That's the Arabsat that I selected. So all I have to do, or you have to do, is to press on the SAT button or the stop. Press on the stop button on your remote for the satellite options to pop up on your screen, and you scroll through just to put it on the Astra or the Arabsat that you selected. So you can select a different satellite folder, and then you perform this search as well. So you look through for the Arabsat, and then you place it on it. Alright, so here is the Arabsat, and after selecting the satellite folder which you're going to use it to perform the search, all you have to do is to add the TP which is not available in it. So you press on the red button on the remote for the adding option to pop up, and here we have the frequency which is supposed to be 12525, and we have the symbol rate which is 30,000, and then polarity is vertical. If it's horizontal, you change it to vertical over here. And if it's the same thing, if you are to add a different TP which is not multi-TV2, you can add it once again. Let's say the Reuters A16A, which is my TV. You add 10804, and then you come to the TP which is 30,000, and you come to the polarity which is horizontal, and then you save that one too. So if you are using this one to get those FTA channels too, you add it in. You go back on this page. If you are to scan your decoder, you are not going to get access to the blind scan option, which will allow you to get more of the channel that is available on the TP which you're having a stable signal on it. So let's select the blue option to scan for you to know that they have limit the scan option on only the manual search. So you need to go back to the antenna settings page where you will get access to the blind scan option for you to get more of the channels that is available on the satellite or the TP you are having a stable signal on it. So you come here to the antenna settings page. You need to select the satellite folder whereby you have added the TP which you are having a stable signal on it. So you come to the transponder. After selecting the satellite, you scroll down to the transponder option, you press OK on it, and then you select the TP that you just added, which is 12525. If you add 108042, you select it over here, and then you highlight it. So the signal quality have to show indicating you are having a stable signal. So what you have to do next is to select the scan option, which is the blue button, and then you proceed. So I'm supposed to have a signal quality showing, but it's not showing right as well. Let me connect the cable and then perform. So all you have to do, if you are having a quality signal showing over there, the next thing is to proceed by pressing on the blue button to scan, and then you wait for it to complete scanning for you to get access to it. So you come to the scan type, and then you change it to blind, and you press OK on it. We have the channel type. You can select FTA only to eliminate the channels that will come along with the $ sign, the scramble channels. You can eliminate it by selecting the FTA only, and you can also leave it on the all. And then polarization or the polarity, leave it on both. Since it's a blind search, just leave it on both for it to do the work. So you press OK on the search, and then you wait for it to complete scanning for you to get access to the channels that will be available on your decoder. So that's it. If you have watched this video to this level, all you got to do is subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you keep coming back for more. Thanks for watching. Back for more. Thanks for watching.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes.